I'm tired. Not tired of working. Not tired of trying. I'm tired of waking up to the same damn lies. Another week I barely survived. Another paycheck barely arrives. Everybody says just give it time. I've been giving time my whole damn life. Bills on the table, sleep on the floor. Closing my eyes to want less more. Friends disappeared, dreams got thin. Every new morning felt like giving in. I'm sick of excuses, I'm sick of waiting, I'm sick of hearing it'll get better when enough of losing, enough of hiding, enough pretending that I'm surviving, enough of breaking, enough of falling. If nobody saves me, then I'll move. I hate this version, looking back at me. Every mirror says you'll always be weak. Every mischance still burns my head. Every word they said still fills my bed. Not good enough, not built for this. You'll never change. I remember every single one. One more morning. One more excuse or one decision. Enough of hiding, enough of shame. Nobody's coming to carry my name. Enough. If this life changes, it starts with me. Tomorrow, 6 a.m. I'm still here. I almost turned around outside, hand on the door, swallowing pride. Everybody looked 10 feet tall. I felt like nothing next to them all. Place kept crashing, voices filled the air. Every single mirror caught my 1,000-yard stare. I pulled my hood a little lower, kept my headphones turned up loud. Tried to disappear inside the crowd. My hands were shaking, my heart was racing. Every doubt kept saying, leave. One more excuse, one more escape. Not today, I'm on the weak side, but I'm still here. I'm out of answers. Not for long. Every failure makes me strong. One more effort, one more day. I don't need the world today. I just need to come back. I'll come back. I'll be back. Couldn't lift my arms this morning. Every step burned through my bones. Coffee tasted just like nothing. Silence filled the drive alone. Staring at the parking lot, keys still resting in my hand. One more voice inside my head. You don't have to go again. It sounded good, too good. Nobody would know, nobody would care. I could turn around, disappear. Every part of me says don't go back. Every scar says leave it at that. But every reason I started this is waiting. Past one more step. Whoa. Past one more step. The weight was ugly, the reps were slow. Nothing looked like progress yet. Sweat in my eyes, fire in my chest. Still no proof that this would work. Just another hour, nobody will see except the man I'm trying to be. Maybe change looks exactly like this. Quiet, heavy, hard. Every muscle screams enough today. Every doubt says walk away. But every future I want to live starts with one more set. Whoa. One more set. I used to think strength felt powerful. Maybe strength feels painful first. Every reason to quit is here. Every reason to stay is clear. I won't love this, not today, but I'll be here anyway. Whoa, see you tomorrow. Whoa, see you tomorrow. The hardest part isn't heavy weight. It's walking back when nothing changed. No movie moment, no lightning strike, just four white walls and another night. I check the mirror more than I'd admit, looking for proof that I hadn't quit. No applause, no headline, no one saying you're doing fine, just another name on another check-in screen. These bruises don't lie, they know where I've been. Every mark reminds me I walked back in when nobody cared, when nothing showed. I kept one promise, I made my own. I made my own. Some days I train with a clear mind, some days I drag the finish line. I don't wake up ready to fight. Sometimes discipline looks nothing like pride. Sometimes it looks like putting your shoes on, even when your head is already gone. Progress whispers, comfort screams. One asks for patience, one sells easy dreams. These bruises don't lie, they know my name. Every set I finish feeds a different flame. Not loud enough for the world to hear, but loud enough to keep me here. Whoa. To keep me here. Maybe I'll never love the process. Maybe respect is enough. These bruises don't lie, neither do I. I stopped chasing an overnight life. If change is slow, then so am I. I'll meet tomorrow, eye to eye. Whoa. Eye to eye. No turning aside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Whoa. Phone keeps ringing, I let it ring. Bad news always finds its way to me. Bills still waiting, work still rough. Life didn't wake up and suddenly get good. The sky's still heavy, so what? The door's still there, so I walk through it. I used to wait until I felt ready. Now I just move. Same problems, different man. I don't need a perfect plan. The world's still loud, I live steady way. One more hour they can't take away. Whoa. They can't take away. Whoa. Not today. Nothing got easier, I just stopped making deals with the voice that wanted comfort. Rain outside, traffic backed up, long damn day, still showed up. The weights don't care what kind of day I had. Maybe that's exactly what I needed. Some days I win, some days I crawl. Either way I answer the call. Same problems, different man. never supposed to be loud. Maybe it's the quiet things that stay. Than before. Closer than before. And I'm not stopping. Second guessing every step. I knew that look. Hell, I used to wear it. He picked the smallest blades, pulled one back, looked around like someone might laugh. Nobody did, nobody cared. The fire was never out here. I wanted to say, you're doing fine, but some lessons need their own time. Keep showing up, even when it hurts, even when your best feels like your worst. One day you'll turn and finally see the man you're chasing is closer than you think. It's closer than you think. I caught my own reflection walking to the door. Didn't recognize the guy anymore. Not because I'm bigger, not because I'm strong, because I don't look like I wanna run. That was no progress highs in ordinary days until one day it has your face. Keep showing up, that's enough. You don't need to call the bluff. Every small choice leaves its mark long before it shows your heart. Nobody remembers your first bad workout. You won't either. Just don't make it your last. Keep showing up again, 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 again. You'll never notice the exact day you changed, only the day you realize you already did. You already did. I'm not going back. didn't delete it, just stared for a while. I remember that week, I remember that room, I remember believing nothing would improve. That guy looks like me, but he doesn't feel like me anymore. I don't hate him, he got me here, he just stayed there too long. I'm not going back, not this time, not to that voice living in my mind, not to those nights spent giving in. I know exactly where they've been. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. The problems didn't vanish, the world stayed loud. Some people left, some never came around. That's alright, I stopped measuring my life by who decided to stay. I finally learned to stay myself. Every promise has a memory, every scar has a reason. Mine have both. I'm not going back, not by choice. I finally trust my own voice. Every mile was earned the hard way. That's why I'm still here today. I'm not going back. Funny, the life I wanted didn't arrive. The man who could build it I'm not going back. I've come too far to trade this peace for who I was. Tomorrow starts before the sun, and for the first time, I'm looking forward to the morning. Walked into the room, same faces, same opinions, nobody changed. Funny, I don't shrink anymore, I don't search the floor. When someone says my name, I answer. I look them in the eyes, that's new. Confidence didn't arrive overnight, it showed up every morning. I almost stayed home. I found my ground, not holding now. No borrowed voice, no borrowed crown. I don't need to prove I'm strong, I know exactly where I belong. Nobody agreed. 6 months ago, I'd wear that home for weeks. I'd replay every sentence, every look, every word, until I convinced myself I wasn't enough. Not anymore. Some battles don't deserve a second round in your head. I leave it there, I leave it there. Not every weight belongs to me. Some doors close, some people leave. I don't carry everything. Bad day, fine. Wrong turn, fine. Missed call, fine. Life keeps swinging, I stop swinging. At every shadow, that's the difference. Not perfection, control. Pieces and silence. It's choosing what gets your energy. I leave it there, I let it fall. I don't need to hold it all. Tomorrow's waiting, I'm going to. That's bigger than what I went through. I used to think strength was adding more. Turns out sometimes strength is putting things I leave it there, the doubt, the noise, the fear. I'll carry what makes me better. The rest can stay right here. I used to say yes before they finished asking. Stayed too late, gave too much, came home empty. Funny how nobody noticed the price I kept paying except me. I wore myself out trying to be enough for everybody else. I found my limits, now I defend them. Not every battle needs my name. Not every fire needs my hands. Sometimes walking away is part of the plan. It's part of the plan. The phone lights up, it'll only take a minute. It never did. Another favor, another weekend, another promise to myself. Broken at this time. I already know how that story ends. You can call it selfish, go ahead. I call it breathing, I call it growing, I call it finally keeping one promise to the person in the mirror. I found make right. Strength didn't teach me how to carry more. It taught me how to stop carrying what was never mine. I was there. No, not anymore. Quit looking for proof, it was exhausting. Always checking if somebody noticed, if somebody approved. Turns out the strongest habit I ever built was showing up without an audience. Respect isn't something you ask for, it's built before sunrise. One decision, one promise, one more day. Again. Some mornings still feel heavy, some nights still run long. The difference is I don't bargain with quitting anymore. I know exactly what happens when I don't show up. I live that version. I'm not interested. No speeches, no spotlight, no miracle, just another alarm and another answer. I'm coming. Respect doesn't get louder, it gets quieter. It stops introducing itself, it just walks in and gets to work. People see confidence, they don't see the 1,000 ordinary mornings that built it. They only meet the finished sentence. I remember every draft. Respect. Respect was never waiting at the finish line. It was hiding inside. taking up space. Back then I shrank to fit the room. Now I just stand where I belong. Nobody had to move. I don't walk in looking for approval. I walk in knowing my direction. That's the difference. Not louder, not bigger, just certain. The muscles, yeah, they came to, but they aren't the first thing that changed. The first thing was saying what I meant. The second was meaning it. The rest follow. I used to chase respect. Now I protect the habits that created it. Everything else can wait. I don't need the room to notice. I notice who I became. That's enough to keep me moving long after the applause fades. It's strange, the people who doubted me remember my results. I remember the mornings nobody else was awake. Call it confidence, call it discipline, call it whatever makes sense to you. I call it keeping the promise I made on the night I finally said enough. Enough. A year ago, one bad day could steal an entire week. One opinion could ruin everything I thought about myself. Now the storm still comes, it just doesn't move the house. Some people still don't get me, some never will. That's alright. I stopped building my life around people who were never planning to stay. Turns out peace is expensive. It costs the need to impress everyone. I don't wake up wondering who I'll become. I wake up protecting who I already am. I won't bend for every wind. I won't break to make you grin. I found something worth defending. That's why I'm still standing. Not because life got easy, because I stopped running from it. The loudest version of me was never the strongest one. The strongest one. Learned when to stay quiet. I won't bend, not again. Took the long way consistent. Truth is, I stopped asking myself if I felt like it. This is who I am, even on the hard days, even when nothing feels different. The work continues, so do I. One more sunrise, one more mile. I used to chase a different life, somewhere along the way. I built one. This is who I am. Quiet, steady, still moving. Tomorrow isn't waiting, neither am I. Another sunrise, another sunrise. Another sunrise, another road, another chance that nobody knows. The work kept growing, the room stayed still. Some dreams are louder before they're real. I stopped asking when's my turn. Some answers only come after years that burn. Maybe the silence isn't empty, maybe it's building something bigger. I won't trade everything I've built for one bright moment that wasn't real. If the road is longer, then let it be. I'd rather be calm than simply be seen. I've watched shortcuts cross the line. I watch headlines borrow time. I watch loud outrun true. Still, I never wish to become them too. Every morning left this mark, even when nobody called it art. Everybody loves the glow. Nobody studies what they don't know. Flash gets sold, depth gets froze. Truth moves slow, that's how it goes. Built by brick, hit by hit, scar by scar, bit by bit. You want quick, I want permanent. You want noise, I want evidence. Sheet gets polished, steel gets dust, plastic shines, iron rust. They chase sparks, I fed the flame. They learn faces, I learn pain. Clock those mornings, lock those hours. Water roots, they pick flowers. Funny business, funny math. Skip the work, still beat the path. Paint on gold, gold on stone. Most walk past what's fully grown. They crown the loud, ignore the deep, sell the surface, forget the steep. I never wanted borrowed light, I wanted something built to fight. So if the room still looks away, I'll build a house they can't explain. Maybe it's right, maybe it hurts, because I know what this could become. But I lose myself the day I traded everything I built for easy applause. That's too expensive, not anymore. One day, someone will stand where I once stood, wondering if any of it is worth the cost. If you can hear this, keep going. The quiet years are never wasted. I won't trade the man I become for borrowed glory or borrowed love. Every setback, every sunrise, every promise still survives. If no one sees it, I'll build anyway. If no one hears it, I'll still have something worth becoming. Tomorrow